this one right here is going to be one of the best ones. I told you enough times, guys, changing a set of wheels on a car dramatically changes how it looks and performs as well, especially if you get these sort of tyres. But stay tuned, this is going to be one belter of a video, guys. So we've got the car up on a ramp for once as well before we do change the tyres and everything like that. We actually haven't had a look over the car yet, so Ryan's just said it's a good job we have, because basically it's had new rear, is there like 2 sets of rear arms then?
There's multiple rear arms.
I was going to say there's multiple rear arms. But luckily we came across this because there's a massive split within the tyre right there, because from what Ryan says it's not been tracked since having it done. So we will most definitely get that done now. And have a look over what else.
Split open there as well.
Split there as well?
Yeah, split right there as well.
Christ.
And there. Your tyres just delaminated, mate, completely falling to bits.
That is not ideal. Well, yeah, it's a good job. It is completely delaminated, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just...
That is not good. Yeah. That's probably why the ass end's getting all funny then.
Well, that, and you could probably do with a couple of bushes looking at that. It's starting to look a bit scabby in there.
Is it?
Yeah, but then, mate, it's done 100k. But like your subframe's actually a lot better than the one that we've just done.
Thing is, you can't really see a lot because everything's covered up with plastic trims and that, isn't it?
Yeah, everything's plastic on it.
So it's all, it hides everything. But I mean, this is the first time I've seen the Omnitrix exhaust system actually from underneath as well. It's quite cool. Where's the valves then? Oh, right there, isn't it? Is that part of the valves? I don't really know what.
Yeah, it's part of a valve, yeah.
Yeah, so I saw the valves opened, and then obviously it's a fair old system. I mean, what I'm probably going to do is either get some resonators put in or sell the system, but I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But that tyre is not ideal, and it's a good job we're changing obviously the wheels today. What I'm going to do is show you guys the wheels. Now these are basically from a company called, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, sorry Scott, I've just got back from a 2,500 mile trip and I'm shattered, but Autoattune or Autoattune, the company name is. I've been speaking to Scott for a while. He's currently got his E92 M3 with Team, is it Schirmer, in Germany, being fully built and everything like that, and it's mental. He's like a partner with them as well, which is pretty good. So he's recommended me these wheels, these exact specs, and the tyre sizes and everything. So these are my Pro Track ones, 18 by 10J and 18 by 11J. They are so sick, finish them up. Here they are, the Pro Track wheels. I believe offsets are ET20, ET25, 18 by 10J on the front and 18 by 11J on the rear. Now you can see the width difference just right there. Obviously we're going to be running 295 3018 on the rears and 265 3518 on the front. Now from standard they do come with 265s on the rears, so basically we have the width of what they are usually on the rear on the front, and then obviously upgrading to way wider on the rear with 295. So great spec wheels. I believe Team Schirmer, their race cars, they have these sort of specs, so 18 by 10J with 18 by 11J as well, and they're a great looking wheel, really good looking wheel, really strong as well and really lightweight. A lot of motorsport teams and race teams are using them, and the finish in matte black is real nice. They do like a hyper silver, normal silver, hyper silver, with gold as well they do, and a few other colours. So if you want to check it out, get in touch with Scott. I'll put his links to his website and everything and his company below. Get in touch with him because he's full, like, I mean, he has got so much knowledge on these E92 M3s, and he sells so many parts for them, and he recommended me so many parts to get, like a big list and everything like that. So down the line we'll get it all done and turn it into a really nice Clubsport build. He's not pushy either. He won't be like, go buy this straight away. He's like, get bits done, enjoy it, and feel like where you need to improve and then buy parts done. So that's fair enough, but it's just going back to the days of the old McGann days of building a track car again, but we're not going to that extreme. No way we go to that extreme again. So a quick one, what I quickly want to show you guys is that these are the new tyre from Yokohama. So if you know the 808 range, 808 RSs they've done, this is the brand new 8009s. Now it's more tailored to a track tyre, sort of, it's more a track tyre focused tyre. So beforehand it was a tyre that was great for the road, fast road, and really good in the wet. Now what they've done is, obviously, I think it's the A052s, they've sort of put the technology together with the road tyre they made, and they've now created this 8009, which is a really good looking tyre. I spoke to a lot of people, especially I went to the NEC, about this tyre, and they've literally just brought it out. I didn't even know they did it in these sizes, so shout out to Dave, who works at, a friend of mine who works at County Tyres, where we get a lot of our tyres from. He sourced me these and got them at a really good price as well. So you can just see how big the rear tyres are compared to my hand. It's fair monstrous. But if anyone's interested, A-rated grip for wet. Obviously, you know, the fuel rating's not as good on any of them anyway, even if you get Michelin or anything like that, but apparently meant to be a really, really good tyre. So hopefully this year on track, out in the O-ring, we can give them a good test to see how they get on. Now these are, yeah, the stud nuts, this stud nut kit, wheel stud nuts. Now these are actually from ProTrack themselves, so you make the same wheels, obviously, that fit in the car. So hopefully everything should work really nicely together when we're putting these on. Now we'll see how I get on. Ryan's just taking a grinder out. I was wondering what you were doing at them, right? I literally thought he was about to come cut, yeah, so he's going to cut something off. So, as always, preparation is key. We're going to wire brush up all the hubs that are on there. These discs do need changing, we will change them down the line, they're just perished a lot now, and the pads need changing as well, so we've got new discs and pads to go on. But we're going to have everything lined up on the bench here that we're going to need. Got the ratchet, got the Allen key, the set that we need, and obviously our Loctite as well, because make sure these are in real tight. So first ones are done. They do look a lot better, and it's obviously when you're positioning the wheel onto the hub, you don't have to have a balance. You know, you don't have to basically balance the wheel on your knee or something and try and get a wheel nut in or a stud in. It's already here, so we're ready to go. So that's all done. Plenty of Loctite on it around it. Leave it a while and check it again and tighten it and everything like that. But what I'm going to do quickly is just test fit one of the wheels to make sure nothing's like scrubbing or anything like that as well. But do keep an eye on these, because I have heard some horror stories, but they do have their beneficial ways. Yeah, now that is what I'm talking about. That is beautiful. There is something beautiful. Luna's on a mad one, but there is something beautiful about that. Like Morgan just said a minute ago, you come around here and have a look at the width difference from the front to the brand new one. It is mental. That's so thick. Oh mate. Now all this has to do is obviously move to the rear. Who's on absolute mouth. Move to the rear so we can get the rear one done. Same principles, same process. What we're gonna do is take the wheel off. We're gonna wire brush the hub, wire brush everything around it. Make sure the threads are all clean and everything like that. Get the Loctite on the same ones again. Put them in, and then it should all be gravy and everything's sweet. Just obviously make sure when you do it, guys, leave it to settle the Loctite to settle up and dry for a bit. Then just check them again. Make sure they're already tight. And just make sure everything's as it should be. I'm really excited to get these rears on because they are so warm. Now guys, what I'm doing here is pretty much the same thing I was doing over there, but I didn't really do a tutorial on it, so I'm going to show you now. So we've got the stud lock kit, stud lock liquid here. You got your stud here as well. All I let you do is do them hand tight. So obviously what I do is shake it up, let it come through, absolutely cover it, because you do not want these coming off. Obviously as you go through, the Loctite will spread across the whole thread inside the hub, so that's good. What I usually do now is make sure they're hand tight on, leave it a little second, put that down, grab obviously your ratchet and your Allen key socket. Obviously, like I said, wait a minute, probably about a minute to 2 minutes, let everything soak in a bit, and then start going again, because then the Loctite will move again into more areas, and then leave it. What I'm probably going to do is, once it is all done, leave the car for about 20 minutes, check them all, make sure they're all okay and tight still, make sure your wheels are all torqued up correctly and everything like that, and then you should all be good to go. But just also make sure preparation is key. I'm not a mechanic, but I've learnt these things, and that preparation of everything is the best way to go. So obviously wire brush for your hubs, make sure the wheel can seat onto it correctly, and then make sure these are all done up nice and tight as well. And I'm not sure if there's a certain correct torque settings for these, but what I do to obviously tighten it is I'll get something like a pry bar, not a crowbar, a pry bar, something like that. I'll pop it in there in one of the grooves, and then obviously when you're twisting it, it has no movement, so it creates a nice tension on this, so when you tighten it up, you don't have to have someone else on the brake. Or you can have someone else on the brake if there's two of you, but if there's not two of you and you're doing it your own like I am, you can do it that way. Right, so with that little shenanigans out of the way, we can move on. So that's the front and the rear done. I just need to go grab one of the rear wheels now, whack the rear wheel on, see how that looks. I mean, it looks snug. I'm gonna need camber on the front from what I can see there, but luckily when a car drops down anyway, it cams a little bit. And obviously when we get coilovers on as well, it'll have a lot more camber adjustment on the top. So it's looking good. I'm excited. Let's go get this other wheel. This every single time I see this rear wheel, look at the state. Oh mate, that is so wide. So it's so difficult to get this on camera, but it's ridiculous how wide this is. I mean, I think GTRs, GTRs have like 295s or 305s on theirs, so we should have some hella grip. Look at this, like holy moly. The width on the rear. Let me just come back here. Like we've got a standard tyre there, 265. Then we've got a 295, which is just pure beef. That looks unreal. I can't wait to see how these look when they're down. Obviously the car's not lowered, so it might look a little bit silly, but oh, saucy. Now what I'm going to do is follow the same process on this side of the car now. I'm not going to film it because you've already seen it and you know what you're doing. But what I'll do is I'll catch up with you guys in just a minute when we have done that, run through the last minute checks, and I can show you the car with the wheels on and it down. Now guys, I've just given the car a wash with the new wheels on. They look absolutely incredible. Now I was right in saying it's going to need lowering because it does look a bit of like a monster truck currently. I'm going to show you the wheels. I'm not going to do it in my usual cinematic form because I'm just not going to. What I'm going to do is actually take the car away, not end this video off, see how I get on the tyres and the wheel and the setup, and then bring you back my verdict of what I think after like a day or two or over the weekend. So probably what I will do then is do like a better cinematic video outside in nice daylight. So I'll flip the camera around. This is how the car looks and sits right there, which obviously what I'm doing is letting the car warm up at next to me driving home in a sec because these take so long to warm up. But wow, honestly, they look incredible, like real beefy on the front. It's still a bit soapy when I washed it, but like honestly, look how mad they look. Shout out to it is Autoattune. Scott, you're a legend, got the specs bang on, but obviously you've got them from Team, I need to get that right, Team Skirma or Team Sherma. Someone, you can't pronounce it over a message, so someone sent me a voice note of how you pronounce it because I'm just stupid at things like that. But I'm super gassed with how it looks. I'm just going to quickly check the torque settings on the nuts, the wheel nuts, and then make sure everything's okay, and I can just go. But honestly guys, mega impressed. If you want a set of these wheels, get at Scott. It's not just wheels he sells, it's plenty of other parts. He's actually sells recoil pole position ABEs, exactly like mine. If you want any other parts, let him know as well. His Instagram link will be in the description down below, but honestly get at him. He's got so much useful information and knowledge. It's just great to have someone like that on board that knows what they're on about, because I am new to the M3 game. It's my first ever M car, and I'm super excited to see how different it is with these wider tyres and obviously this whole setup. It's just going to be mental. So this is the car. There you go, the wheels on in the more daylight setting, so you can see it a bit more. Now obviously, like I said, we need some serious loads because there is a proper big ass arch gap in there at the minute, and we need to get rid of that right now. But I have now obviously been using this car for about 3 or 4 days with the tyres and the wheel set up, and I can already tell you guys that the transformation is massive. The car feels so much more planted, even though we haven't lowered it yet, so lower centre of gravity isn't there. The tyres definitely make a huge difference. Obviously we're going wider on the width, so bigger surface area to cover on the road, and as well the wheels are a lot lighter. Now one thing I did notice is the steering went a lot lighter straight away. Obviously, like I said, the tyre compound, the tyre pressures and the lightness of the wheels is going to factor into that. But it's a massive difference, and I cannot recommend these enough so far. Obviously I haven't pushed it to limit on the track or anything like that, so I will do in future time, but I have huge confidence in these tyres. I really do. So yeah, with that being said guys, we're going to head off to ending off the video now. Like I said, a massive thank you to Scott from Autoattune. Supplied me with a great price on these wheels. The spec as well are the same as the Team Scammer spec, so the 18 by 10s on the front, 18 by 11s on the rear, ET20 and ET25. For the offsets, sits perfectly. The car itself is going to be amazing when it's down on coilovers. Now I'm struggling with coilovers. I've been looking at the ST, I think it's ST coilover, ADAs or something like that, and the KWs. Also looking at Öhlins, but obviously there's a big price gap because the ST coilovers are about 1,500 quid, and then we go up to Öhlins like 2.5, then 3 grand, so on. And obviously I want to get the Milway top mounts and everything like that as well. But Scott has been very informative, helped me out a lot, give me a good list. Like I said, if you want to check out his page, please go and do it guys. Like, I highly recommend it. But apart from that, I think let's round off today's video. It's been sweet. We've got the wheel stud nut conversion done, and we've got the wheels on, and we're slowly getting there with the M3. We're making progress. I think next we've got a front splitter coming from Mental Performance. Really cool bit of kit that's going to be, and I can't wait to show you guys that. We've also got other bits, obviously the coilovers. We need a rear wing as well, which I'll be getting from Mental Performance. His carbon stuff is like the best on the market for, you know, when you're buying splitters and diffusers and stuff like that, you get the odd bit where it's like, something doesn't fit right on one part of it, whereas on his products you do not get that. So there shouldn't be an issue when you're fitting products like front splitters, side splitters, rear diffusers, wings. So his stuff from Mental Performance is really good, but we'll get into that next episode guy when we start doing that. Now thanks for watching today's video. If you have enjoyed it, as always, please smash the subscribe button, hit the like button as well, and drop a comment down below what you'd like to see next on the videos. If there's anything different you want to see next, if you want to see more of the 36, we are bringing the 36 back, and I know a few of you want to see more of the buy and selling. We may do in the future. I will keep you guys updated. But thanks for watching guys. I will catch you all in the next one. Bye bye for now.